Hey y'all, we're back. Sorry about last week. But today we're going to be reviewing Survivor Season 43, Episode 4. So it starts off, Bessie gets back from Tribal Council, they're all pretty depressed.
Yep.
But then it switches to Baca. And it's really funny. Gabler puts the palm fronds on his tribe mates as a blanket. And we get some pretty hilarious reactions from everyone.
Right, so Gabler, being Gabler, trying to help out, and the way that he thinks of is by putting thin palm fronds on everyone's sleeping body. What were some of the reactions that his tribe mates had?
Sammy had one of my favorite reactions where he kind of arranged the blanket and was like, such a nice blanket.
Yeah, that was Sammy's best line all season.
Yeah,
I think.
for sure.
While other people complained that the palm fronds woke them up, other people said it wasn't warm at all.
Yeah.
I think other people said it was itchy. And so Gabler, I think was really trying to help out his tribe.
Like we say, oh Gabler.
Gabler being Gabler.
Yeah, that's just who Gabler is.
All right.
So the reward challenge for 10 fresh fish, and you can steal something from another person's tribe.
Right. So pretty valuable food challenge there as far as reward and being able to get 10 fish, which would really help out, especially the tribes that haven't been able to get that much food.
Yeah. Vessi wins the reward and trades the fish out for a previous reward of a fruit basket and a toolkit.
Okay. Let me just get into this a little bit. Yeah. Jeff says that, they ask, can we trade out for a past reward? And Jeff says, of course you can trade out for a past reward. I've never heard of this before. Have you?
No, I have
This
not.
seems to be a brand new rule, but Jeff made it sound like they've been doing this ever since like Pontiac Aztecs in season 1. So I don't know what's going on with that. But anyway, they do trade it, and what do they get for their fish?
Like I said, they got a fruit basket and a toolkit.
They got a fruit basket and a toolkit.
Like, if I was in season 1 and I could trade, I'd trade my Dr. Scholl's shoe inserts for a car.
Right? Even the
Excuse
Pontiac
me?
Aztec.
Yeah.
So anyway, that seemed really weird. It just
Yeah.
seemed like Jeff made that up on the spot, which it seems like he does more and more these days because he's ready to retire.
But stay, Jeff, please.
Otherwise, we're getting Mariano. Okay.
Cody goes to the Coco camp and asks for a machete. Then he negotiates to get the fishing gear potatoes. Not really sure if they're potatoes or not.
Yeah, we'll say potatoes in quotes.
Yes.
Potatoes.
And limes.
What did you think of this?
Cody is quite the character.
Yeah, quite the character and quite the overrated player, in my opinion. I mean, okay, this was hardly brilliant negotiation, right?
Yeah.
He went saying he was going to take the machete. He didn't come back with the machete.
Yeah.
He's acting like this was just his initial bargaining move, but he was talking about getting the machete to himself.
Literally.
Before he got there. So, I don't know.
I feel like he's just kind of coming up with stuff.
He's just coming up with stuff. I think for whatever reason, production likes him, so the edit props him up.
Yeah.
Sorry, but that's just our take. It's our show. It's our show, so we get to say it.
He's gotten so many confessionals too. I'm starting to get a little worried.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, I thought it was just he was just patting himself on the back an awful lot for something that seemed like a pretty mundane transaction.
Yeah. Vessi wins immunity first and helps Baca, making Coco lose for the first time, and Vessi winning for the first time.
Okay, now this is something I haven't seen before.
Yeah.
Right? One tribe, blatantly helping the other tribe in the middle of an immunity challenge to make sure the third tribe gets sent to tribal.
Like, I understand that Coco hasn't won anything, or has won everything,
right.
And they probably should get rid of a member if they want to go into the merge with the numbers. But you could have helped them in a more subtle way,
Right, and I guess they didn't care, right?
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see, not just in this season, but in future seasons, are there going to be alliances now? anyway, the Coco didn't like it. They end up
Yeah.
losing. They have to go to their first tribal, and I think they're pretty upset about the fact that they're basically taking on 2 tribes at once.
Yeah. Another thing that I haven't seen this season that has gone on a lot in the past 2 seasons was they have not talked to each other once at tribal council. You know, they haven't gotten up to whisper to each other.
Right. That's true. Yeah. Maybe the production has told them not to do that as much anymore. Yeah.
Gio was the plan to be voted out until Lindsay became really paranoid for no reason at all. And they all got really annoyed at her for being paranoid and not trusting them.
Yeah, kind of a weird post immunity challenge session here with Coco. You had something, so you have sort of this tension between Cassidy and Gio. And so, that's Survivor, right? And so Cassidy wants to target Gio wants to target Cassidy. Everything seems like, okay, it's just a matter of who has the numbers. But then Lindsay just starts going on about how, she's getting paranoid and eventually talks her tribe, basically talks her alliance into voting her out.
Yeah, you can't keep somebody that paranoid in Survivor or else you won't have an alliance.
Yeah.
You know?
And it's not like the other members of her alliance were being kind of sketchy or anything. They were being really reassuring to her.
It wasn't the plan Lindsay wasn't the plan until right before tribal council.
Yeah, that's true. So it's just, she seemed to be a pretty decent player and then just kind of fell apart right at the end of this last episode.
Yeah. So Lindsay gets voted out, 4 women in a row. Not sure how I feel about that.
Well, I know
Actually,
how I feel about it.
I don't like it.
It's terrible. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that,
Yeah.
but I think certainly post-merge, there has to be some reckoning for that as far as maybe some of the women players pulling together, even if they're on different tribes.
Yeah. So who are you rooting for?
Wow. Well, I'm rooting for, all the talk about the Gio Prism has made me nostalgic for the early days of Survivor. So I am rooting for the very first person to be voted out of Survivor, Suna.
I think you mean Sonia.
Sonia.
For 1, and for 2, that's season 1.
Right, she probably doesn't have much of a chance.
Yeah.
All right, who are you rooting for?
I'm still rooting for Cassidy.
Yeah, even though she's getting into this fight with Gio and might get her in trouble.
She'll pull through. I know she will. Love you, Cassidy.
Well, a lot of great players are still left. Cassidy's one of them. I'm also liking Ryan, loving Carla.
Yeah.
And I really still like the Coco tribe, and I hope they can even survive having 2 tribes take them on at once.
Yeah. So see y'all next week. Post in the comments who you are rooting for.
Comment.
And
who are you rooting for? Tell us. Tell us. Don't be shy.
And say what you think about our takes on this episode. See you guys next week for an Amazing Race one. Bye.
Bye.